When Jani was 3, we started to notice that she was isolating from the other kids. Jani wanted to play with her imaginary friends more than she wanted to play with her real friends.
Jani was diagnosed at 6 with schizophrenia.
It was like we were entering this dark tunnel, and I was scared.
I felt terrified that I was going to have to watch her slip away.
Jani sees things, she feels things, she hears things that other people don't.
I know that she's hallucinating when she will look up towards the ceiling with her eyes locked on something.
Jani has probably over 100 animals, numbers, and people in her world. According to Jani, they all exist in a place called Calalini or Roxy. Some of the hallucinations tell her what to do and how to act.
Problem 400.
Oh, yeah, we have a problem with 400, yeah. 400, the cat will scratch Jani if she doesn't do what she says. 80, and I believe 80 is a person who tells her to jump off buildings.
Blink is Jani's pet.
Blink is a beagle, and she's had him for about a year now.
He gets along with other dogs.
Who does?
Link.
Where is
He's right here.
What scares me is I don't know what kind of power they have over her.
Part of schizophrenia is violence.
It got to the point where being hit and being kicked and being bitten and scratched, that was just part of being Jani's dad.
Her imaginary friends will tell her to do things like hurt herself or hit Bodhi.
I never know if she's suddenly going to pick up a pencil and shove it in her ear.
For 2.5 years, we had to move her out of the home. We feared for Bodhi at the time because he was an infant. Because of the medication, her violence has diminished. We have embraced raising Jani ourselves. Jani, because we know we're the best caregivers for her, we're her parents. Just take your meds. Okay.
Jani should be brushing her teeth by herself, but won't. Watching Jani struggle with this, I can't fix it. That is very hard to deal with.
There are times that I feel I just can't take this anymore, and I want to just sleep forever.
When was the first time that something in your head said, this is not going to be a normal progression?
Well, when she was born, she wasn't sleeping. She was up every 20 to 30 minutes. And
We were thinking, colic or something.
Right, right.
The normal things that make babies not sleep. There's nothing wrong.
Every time we went to the pediatrician,
And then,
she would say,
as she grew,
some babies are active, some are passive.
It turned,
Yours is very, very
it turned
active.
out that, it was a stimulation issue, and the more stimulation she got, the more she would sleep. So, whichever parent had her that day would, get up, take her out at 8 a.m. in the morning and stay out till 9 o'clock at night. You had to wear out her mind.
All right, now tell me this, how do you determine that she is seeing something that isn't there?
Well, first, we didn't even know. We thought they were imaginary friends.
And she tested with a genius IQ. She tested with a 146 IQ.
And everyone kept saying Asperger's,
So as she
Asperger's.
began to withdraw from other kids, I just thought, frankly, okay, your kid's just too stupid for mine.
Yeah.
And
Get her imagination.
Well, we've all thought that, but okay. But here's my question: take me through the first day that you realized this child has had a visual hallucination.
Well, Jani and I would take our dog Honey up to the local elementary school to let her run around after school was out. Some kids on bikes rode into the playground, and Honey started trotting towards them, and I called out, it's okay, she doesn't bite. And then Jani suddenly yells out, "Be careful of Wednesday, she can bite you." And the kids immediately react, thinking that Honey is Wednesday. Wednesday the rat. So, and I get upset with Jani. I said, Jani, Wednesday's not real. Wednesday cannot hurt them. And she says, with complete seriousness, she says, yes, she can. She can hurt them in their head.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.